I'm Kelvin from Malaysia. Alright, today I'm going to talk about school is not the only place to get education. Alright, before I start with my speech, I got some questions to ask you all. Why do we go to college? And why do we want to learn? Do we want to learn knowledge, or because we need a degree to get a better job and a better life? Well, I came to Japan in 2011, a month after the massive earthquake in Tohoku. During my stay in Japan, I found that Japanese, they have a really I found that Japanese, they have really strong education in dealing with like disasters. Why do I say so? For example, like during the earthquake, Japanese people are educated not to be panic and stay calm. Stay calm and keep things in order, like evacuate to some safer place. Alright, and there's one thing that actually touches me the most when I heard the news. I heard that there are some people that are able to give extra shelters and supplies. They started to help people that became homeless during disasters. And then, if these things happen in Malaysia, I believe that there will be nothing except chaos and panic, because we are not educated to be this. And of course, the school will not teach us about this too. Alright, now to the topic of earthquake. Let's look at the primary school education in Japan. Students in Japan, they are educated to help in a lot of things. For example, like helping with the kitchens, help to bring things to the canteen and give to students. And of course, they are asked to wait until everyone is sit down, and then they can start the meal. And when they finish the meal, they are asked to clean the tables and the dishes, the utensils, into the big container. But in Malaysia, we are not taught to be this, because there are some people that will help us to clean up all the mess and the tables we use. Well, seriously, I'm kind of embarrassed for this one too. Yeah, this is the photos the students are having meals. Alright. Well educated or well trained. Although there are many things in Japan that are worth to be learned, but there is one thing that caught my attention when I get into the college last year. Well, I'm not trying to judge Japanese people because I only know 100 or maybe a few hundreds of you all. But those people, students in my college, I felt that they study because they need a good degree to get a great job in maybe a normal or famous company. It's not because that they want to learn. Alright. Like, once I tried to give up my study in Japan because I felt that I'm not learning anything from the college. In fact, I'm wasting my time and my money because I'm paying every yen that I spend in Japan by working part-time. But then, I gave up this thought because I realized that it's not about the college, it's about myself. And how will I settle this problem? It's everything about yourself. For my family, my parents had a very different view about education from other people. In Malaysia, we are a multicultural, multiracial country. We have a lot of people, Malay, Chinese, India, and I'm like half of Chinese and Malay. Well, my parents, they think that education is not only about the school. And so, while the Malaysians send their children to the environment that is safe, for example, if I'm Chinese, I'll be sent to Chinese school. But it seems like my parents, they have very differently thought about this thing. They sent me to Indian school, which means my parents are all black. They're not like me. And besides that, I was sent to many camps, like camping and some special education to teach me how to be more independent and to be social. Well, because I was not this kind of people before. Excuse me. Alright. My parents also believe that the society, which means shakai in Japan, are a very good place to educate children. And so I was asked to work when I was at the age of 12 to earn my own pocket money and also like to learn things. For example, I worked in a restaurant as a waiter before, and I also worked in a bicycle shop as a mechanic. And then I also worked in a farm, as a farmer, of course. Well, and then my parents are very open-minded about education. Like, I'm allowed to do anything I want to. There's no, like they didn't ask me to be a lawyer or doctor or any professional people in the society. They just let me to choose what I want to. And so, but there's one condition. They believe that by learning a new languages can make me stronger in future during the society. And so I end up in Japan because I want to learn about things in Japan and talk about that later. To be completely honest about something, if education is all about getting a good job in future, I actually have my own family business to inherit in future, which means I didn't have to study in college to get a better job. But I choose to come to Japan because a few years ago I saw the Honda robot called Ashimo in Malaysia, and that inspired me about the technologies in Japan. And so I choose to come to Japan and learn about these technologies before I inherit my family business. And also I can learn Japanese while I'm studying in Japan too. Well, according to the study in Malaysia, there's only 36% of Malaysians who goes to college, which means in Malaysia we doesn't need any degree to get a good job. Well, as long as you are willing to work hard. What I'm trying to say is, try to understand what education is and what exactly you want to do in future. Education is not just about understanding content and sit for the exam. Exam are just one of the ways to test if you understand what teacher says and what you learn. Right, I suggest you guys to travel more around the world, as there's much more things that cannot be learned from books. Things are better to learn from society, things around surroundings. Right, I'll end my speech with this quote, famous quote. If you don't build your own dreams, someone will hire you to build theirs. Tony Gaskell. Thank you.